Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Eid Mubarak, whether you started celebrating Eid today or yesterday, Eid Mubarak. I am glad you're able to join us. I hope you're enjoying your Eid. Today, by the way, is March 31st, and the markets ended up green today, which is surprising considering how bad they started off the day. But they ended up eking out a win. The Dow Jones was up 1%, S&P was up 0.55%, the Nasdaq was flat, but I'll call that a win considering the macro and how much it stinks lately. And it does appear that some of the nervousness, or a good portion of the nervousness, is at this point priced in. The nervousness with regards to April 2nd. What's going to happen on April 2nd? The panic of the market has been priced in at this point, and we're at wait and see mode. Let's see what happens on April 2nd. Let's hope Trump doesn't double down in a bad way on some of his proposals. Let's hope there's some flexibility, some deals are made, some retracement of some of the words that were said. Let's hope that happens and the market can breathe a sigh of relief and get on with its winning ways. Again, looking at some of the movers today, we're going to talk about Iris Energy. It was up 0.33%. I think the update today that they had was huge. I'll tell you all about that in a second. But on any other day, if the macro wasn't what it is, I think this stock would have reacted in a much bigger way. If you look at something like CleanSpark, another Bitcoin miner, got smashed down 6.5%. Salam, Rashad, nice to see you. Eid Mubarak. Hafiz, Salam, Eid Mubarak to you as well. Bitcoin is at 82,000. Solana is at 125. Doge is at 16.5. All right, so let's talk about what I want to talk about today, which is Iris Energy's update. This is, for those who are unfamiliar, by the way, this is the map of the market. Looks green. Surprisingly, it looks green. Listen, it's nothing to write home about in terms of the percentages. You have Apple, which is almost the greenest box here, is up less than 3%, but still green nonetheless. I'll take that. All right, so with regards to Iris Energy, Iris is now it's calling itself a data center business. It used to be a Bitcoin miner, powering the future of Bitcoin, AI, and beyond, utilizing 100% renewable energy. So they were focused on Bitcoin mining. They had a goal, they still have a goal of reaching 50 exahash or 52 exahash by the end of the first half of 2025. They're on track to do that. They also have a small portion of their revenue coming from AI cloud services. They have a pretty robust portfolio of data center infrastructure and a development portfolio, 2,900 megawatts of grid connected power and land to go with it. So a very robust portfolio of assets. And in their update, this is from their X account, they mentioned the following. Operating data centers increased from 510 megawatts to 660 megawatts. Installed capacity increased from 31 exahash to 35 exahash. This refers to their Bitcoin mining capacity. And then here, I guess buried in the middle, they just said Bitcoin mining expansion will pause at 52 exahash. That means they're not investing anymore in Bitcoin mining. This is huge. This is basically the company saying we're pivoting from the Bitcoin mining business. We're going to take advantage of this bull run right now and what we have in motion, but we're pivoting from this Bitcoin mining business and we're basically going to become an AI cloud and AI data center business. This is very substantial, and I think it's positive. I've been banging my hand on the table saying, hey guys, this makes a lot more sense to invest money in this direction as opposed to Bitcoin mining, because of the following. If you look at the margins are just way, way better. As I always say on this channel, there are easy ways to make money and there are hard ways to make money. And Bitcoin mining is a very hard way to make money. If you look at the hardware profit margin, which basically only takes into account electricity and depreciation of the assets, that's at 70%. You haven't taken into account any of the other operating expenses. So you can almost think of that as the gross. The gross margin here for the Bitcoin mining is 70%. If you look at the gross margin for AI cloud services, that's at 96%. So if you have $1 and I say, and I pitch you two businesses, one of the businesses has a gross margin of 70% and the other has a gross margin of 96%, which one are you going to put your dollar into? It makes a whole lot more sense to put it in the 96% margin business. That's what AI cloud services offers. And eventually this logic imposed itself on the company, and they've decided, why the heck are we still investing in this Bitcoin mining thing? Let's get to, where we wanted to go, because of all of the sunk costs that we have in that direction. And so they'll get to the 52 exahash that they said they would get to by the end of the first half of 2025. But after that, it's just going to be an AI cloud services, AI data center business, which makes a lot of sense. And if you look at the valuations that the market is affording Bitcoin miners versus businesses that are focused on AI data centers and cloud services, the valuation differences, the multiples that is, are quite different. So if you look at Iris Energy today, it has a price to sales ratio of 4.7. If you look at something like CoreWeave, which is just into AI data centers and cloud services, they're at double the multiple for price to sales. They're at 9.7. So I do think that this transition to a more profitable business for Iris Energy will cause and if it's able to successfully do this at these upgraded margins, the market is going to reward it with higher valuations. So this is very good for the company. I did want to point out a few additional highlights here. Their AI cloud services annual recurring revenue increased month to month between February and March by 80%. So they reached 26 million as of March 31st. It was 14.4 million on February 28th. So in the span of just 1 month, they've increased their ARR by 80%, which is quite remarkable acceleration. If you look at their infrastructure growth, they keep talking about every update. They tease conversations with players that are interested in, investing in their sites and making them and basically perhaps having a co-location agreement or some other arrangement where the infrastructure, that vast asset portfolio that I talked about that the company has, is put to good use, and the company can make some high margin dollars from them. They mentioned strong engagement in large scale AI cloud opportunities with demand for multi-thousand DXG B200 GPU clusters. And they also mentioned that something that they emphasized throughout their update is that they're very aware of shareholder dilution, and they're very keen on minimizing shareholder dilution. And so they're relying on shareholder dilution basically as just a last resort, which is great to hear. One of the things that they are mentioning that they're using for financing is prepayment by customers, which is awesome. And of their 1 billion ATM that they have, that they can at the market sell shares, and this would cause dilution for shareholders. But of their 1 billion, they've only utilized around 11% of that. They're relying instead on things that are not dilutive, which is great. It's great. And they raised 111 million using their ATM facility. And they sold shares at nearly double what they're at right now. So if you look at the price per share right now, Iris is at $6. Their average for the 111 million that they raised was $11 per share. So I think this was a great update. I think that the company continues to execute at a very high level. It's making very smart decisions that I agree with. And so I think right now at $6 a share, this thing is priced very attractively, and it's very high up. As PIF members know, it's in the top 5, I think, in selections for conviction adjusted upside for on our watch list. So with that being said, there's only 2 days left to take advantage of the 35% off, because I wanted to the coupon to end the last day of Eid. And previously, I thought maybe Eid, the last day of Eid would be Tuesday. Now it may be Wednesday. So we're going to leave it till Wednesday, inshallah. So you basically have Tuesday, Wednesday to use it, or today if you use it. But 35% off. Don't miss out on this opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity to take advantage of this coupon. It's a great opportunity to get serious about investing now that I think there are a lot of opportunities on the market. So with that being said, let's take some questions. Eid Mubarak, Asghar. Nice of you to join us. Eid Mubarak, Lubna. I think nibbling on Tesla at these prices your future self will probably thank you. Not investment advice. What is the price of gold telling us? It's telling us people are in risk off and in risk off mode, and they're panicked. And typically, when investors are panicked, they go to gold. What a beautiful look, bro. Well, thank you. Allahumma barak. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ali, nice to see you. Did you ever end up looking at we can talk about that on the members pick Discord, Ali. It does look like a lot is priced in at this point. I mean, we didn't really get anything positive today, but the market was pretty flat, and I'll take that as a win, considering the movement that we've been getting in recent days. Same to you, Ali. Eid Mubarak. Yeah, let's go. Leave a like, by the way, on the live. Do you think iron can hit 30? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I probably won't wait around until it reaches 30. But I think if they, prioritize 9 non-dilutive sources of funding, and they get this transition to the AI cloud business and high performance computing, and they get the transition to it right, and all of a sudden their margin profiles improve dramatically, then they don't really have to do as much raise, and they can fund a lot of their expansion through free cash flows, or I'm sorry, through their cash flows they can fund a lot of their expansion. And so yeah, I think this transition away from Bitcoin mining is a good one. I think we're in the last probably 12 months of this, probably less than that, last maybe 6 to 9 months of this Bitcoin cycle. So if they're transition away from that into this high margin secular trend, high performance computing, AI data center, AI cloud business, the sky's the limit for this company. I think there's going to be a lot of demand for what they're offering. Eid Mubarak, Amr. Nice to see you. Eid Mubarak. Kenza. Nice to see you as well. All right. Um, yeah, so perpetual futures, I'm not really comfortable with those. Leave a like if you haven't already. Become a PIF member. Make sure to enjoy your Eid. That's the most important thing you can do today. Make sure to enjoy your Eid. Enjoy your Eid tomorrow. Make sure to call up all your friends and loved ones. Check in on them. I'm sure they'll love to hear from you. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum and peace be upon you all.